What would a top list be without the legendary Paul Morphy? Another amazing player of American chess. I would say the real father of chess in many ways. This game is not your typical King's Gambit. It's Paul Morphy and allies in a blindfold game in France from 1858. And the fact that this was an exchange French, first of all, just makes it that much better to me, because from here on, Morphy's play was exceptional as usual, but his opponents missed one defensive idea that could have held it together for them, but sometimes that's all it takes. And we've seen that in a number of our great games. But let's see this basic development. Castle, castle, knight c3, just doing the normal things. c5. This creates an imbalance. A tempo is lost with that capture. And white's a little bit ahead here. Both knights, both bishops, good to go. And we've got the threat of knight takes d5 here. So need to do something. Well, not the immediate knight takes d5, but take on f6 and then take on d5. So bishop e6 defending the pawn. Queen d2 connecting the rooks, putting more pressure on the isolated pawn. And black's lagging behind in development. Both rooks are on open files, and tactics flow from a superior position. So this is a good stop point for a moment. What do you do with white? Fisher said tactics flow from a superior position. We have the superior position. All of our pieces are optimized, or are they? How can you get an attack rolling here? And where should you be attacking? Okay, so hopefully you paused and had time to think. Let's improve the queen. Queen f4. The queen's flexible to be able to swing over and eye the h7 square. Say, for instance, if you gave me a few moves here, queen h4, followed by bishop takes, and queen takes h7 mate. So it's understandable how black had the reaction to attack the queen. Queen h4 anyway. Now, g6. And this is a critical moment because, one, it's a blindfold game, which makes it just stupid to me. Two, though, it goes against principles of safety. Morphy plays g4. I want the knight to go away. And this is a difficult defensive task, but what is the best move for black here? And it's essential to get rid of a few attackers. So if we paused and you found that, knight d4 is actually the best move, because we need to get rid of the f3 defender, and black is completely out of the weather at this point. But knight f6 was played, and we're going to simply defend the pawn first, take away any potential of knight b4, bishop b4. Now we need to start improving our position again. Knight e2. All the pieces are collecting towards the king side for the final assault. h5 definitely did not help white at all here. Or it did help white, rather. It did not help black at all here, because that's going to weaken the g6 square and give potential for more sacrifices. Knight h7, too little too late with trying to trade. And this is a white to play in this position. What do you see? Hopefully you found knight takes e6 as things begin to fall apart. So check, and rook c7, trying to defend everything, takes. Can't hold on to everything though. Check. And after rook g8, that was the final move of the game, as there's beautiful mates like king d7 and queen takes e6 looming around. That one's dedicated to the Blindfold games and to the great Paul Morphy. Absolutely beautiful game from an Exchange French, no less. So it just goes to show that some openings like the Exchange French or the Four Knights or the Alpin Sicilian and even occasionally the London system have a reputation to be dry, and a lot of players get bored. Try to remove emotion and look at a position objectively. If you're trying to win, you can always create some imbalances. You can always fight for a win. It's a mentality. You make it dry in your mind, it will be a dry game. Be like Morphy.